I'm going to walk you through how to do Google Ads advanced verification. I'm going to really focus on some of the common problems, mistakes, questions that we see businesses asking. Knowledge I'm going to share with you today. This is not based upon ChatGPT or just reading the best practices that Google releases. This is directly from our team actually helping businesses get through some really complicated advanced verification issues and doing so successfully. As a little bit of proof, I'll throw up on the screen here a review we just got yesterday from one of the clients that we helped with advanced verification. So let's jump in. First of all, I'm sure you probably already know this, but if you need advanced verification, you're probably either a locksmith or a garage door repair company. Those are the primary verticals in which Google requires advanced verification. And they pick on these verticals because there has been so much fraud, so many scammers and bad actors working in these spaces that Google has put a lot of extra hoops you have to jump through in order to be allowed to do regular Google ads or local service ads in this space. So to know if you actually need to do it, it's pretty straightforward. Google will tell you in your account that you need to do advanced verification, and they'll give you a form to fill out. And usually people have problems when they either are trying to fill out the form or after they've filled out the form with Google not accepting what they've submitted. So the first category of issues that we see really trip businesses up is inconsistencies or discrepancies between their phone numbers, their business names, or their physical addresses. So here's some examples that we've seen. On the phone number side of things, if there's differences between the phone number on your business website versus your maybe Google business profile versus maybe the phone number that's actually on your vans, if you have your vans wrapped, for example, that is an issue that we see. And so you really got to nail down using consistent phone numbers across the board. Similar thing with addresses. We've seen situations where, like, for example, clients' documentation from the insurance company had a different address on it than their articles of incorporation and then was on their website. Things like that can really be a problem for Google. And so you've got to really jump through the hoops of getting everything consistent or getting documentation that explains and kind of connects the dots between this address here and that address there in a way that Google accepts. So that's super important. Also, if you have multiple business entities, that can be an issue as well. Whether that be a DBA, that is a trade name of your actual business name, or sometimes we'll have situations where, let's say, one business owner owns multiple different business entities, and maybe one of those business entities is, for example, leasing vans that are owned by another business entity. So there's a different business name that's on the documentation for the lease. There's all sorts of things like that, that as nuanced and semantic as it sounds, that all matters to Google. And so one of the big things we often find ourselves doing when we're helping businesses with advanced verification is just going through everything with a fine-tooth comb and really helping guide, okay, here, you need to get this piece of documentation, you need to change this here, you need to get this all cleaned up so that it all makes sense and connects the dots properly in Google's eyes. Another issue that we see happen from time to time is temporary signage on vehicles. This seems very specific, but this has actually been a situation where, let's say you put a magnetic sign on your vehicle with your business name. Well, apparently there have been a lot of bad actors and scammers who were doing that. And so Google does not like that. They want permanent signage, actual wraps, rather than easily replaced signage. And that is something that you can do, that you can fix to increase the likelihood of getting the advanced verification successfully completed. Another issue can be with your Google business profile. As an example, we had a situation where a client, their physical address was claimed by a Google business profile that was controlled by a previous tenant at that location. And that was creating problems with Google because there were some mismatches and lack of proper ownership. And so we had to help them kind of work through that and get their Google business profile correctly claimed and owned in order for advanced verification to be successful. Another common issue is submitting unclear photos to Google. So for example, if Google's requiring photos of your vans that you're using, we've seen situations where a client uploaded the photos and the entire van wasn't in the picture, or it was blurry and not fully visible. And that can be something that can cause Google to kick things back. So really, as you can tell, at the end of the day, a lot of this advanced verification comes down to being extremely detail-oriented and extremely consistent, and unfortunately putting in some hard work to change things to get the right documentation to make Google happy. That's often what we end up helping our clients figure out and kind of guiding them through that process. So some of the top questions that we see businesses asking about advanced verification. First of all, can you help? Can someone help me go through advanced verification? Short answer is yes. We have a lot of experience with this. We'd love to help if you want to bring some expertise to bear. Another common question is, why does Google make this so hard? And the short answer is, again, going back to the fact that there's been a lot of scams, a lot of bad actors in this space, and this has forced Google to really put businesses through the ringer in order to prove that they are legitimate, they are able to provide the services they are advertising, and that they're going to give a good experience to Google's customer, which is the person using Google search. And so that's really why this has gotten so hard and why advanced verification came to be. Another common question is, why does it take Google so long to complete advanced verification? And for context, usually we're looking at anywhere between, say, 4 and 8 weeks after you submit information to Google to hear back. And I don't really have a good answer as to why it takes Google so long to look at things. It's not like there's that much to look at necessarily. Obviously, part of it is I'm sure they have a long queue in place. They have limited resources, but I don't have a good answer for why it does take so long. And unfortunately, you have to have patience. And this is also why it's important that you really want to get everything submitted properly the first time as much as possible and in the way that Google wants to see it, because any delays that you create on your end just really drag out the process and take that much longer before you're able to actually start getting leads from Google for your business. Another question we've seen asked is, does Google still require you to wait 6 months to resubmit for advanced verification if you've been denied? And historically, this has been the case where if you were denied and weren't successful in appealing that denial, you literally had to wait for 6 months before you could appeal. Now, I'm not 100% sure, honestly, if that's still the case, because none of our recent appeals we've helped clients with have been rejected. We've been super successful with this recently. So I'm not 100% sure if that 6-month requirement is still in play, but it has been historically. And again, really important to get everything right the first time, because you don't want to have to wait for 6 months if they're still requiring that before going through the process again. A couple of other notes to be aware of is that when Google requires video verification as part of this process, we've seen situations where they'll have a third party reach out to you to do the video verification. And it's not entirely clear when you get that message, often it's a text message from this third party, that it's actually official. And it's kind of sketchy, honestly, because there's so much phishing and weird stuff going on right now. I don't understand why Google doesn't make it more official in the way the reach out happens. But yes, it's probably legit. Like if you get a text from someone saying, hey, we need to do a Google video verification for you. If you're in the middle of going through the advanced verification process, that's probably legit. And you probably need to engage with that, because that's probably the third party that Google is using to actually complete that video verification. Another note to be aware of is sometimes we have to have back and forth with Google support about the submission. So sometimes there's different ways that Google wants the information provided, just like logistically or technically, or sometimes different information they'll request. And so it's not uncommon for there to be a conversation, a back and forth as part of the process of completing advanced verification. So hopefully this knowledge dump has been helpful to you. It's not easy to go through advanced verification. We often see businesses hit roadblocks and get denied or have really, really long wait times to get in. And like I said, we have a lot of experience helping businesses with this. So if you would like some expert guidance, we would love to help. Please reach out through StubGroup.com and let's get started for you.